Hey guys, 2D platformers opened the door to the world of video games for an entire generation of players. Thanks to the retro trend and nostalgic indie developers, the genre is still going strong today. From classic pixel aesthetics to stylish 2.5D adventures, the variety is truly impressive. In this video, I'll tell you about the best new 2D and 2.5D games that everyone should try. You might even find a new favorite among them. Hoa is a calm platforming adventure about a tiny fairy traveling through a magical island filled with living nature and friendly creatures. There are no deadly dangers here. The robots only push the heroine back, turning the gameplay into a peaceful stroll through forests, caves, and ancient halls. Each level introduces a new mechanic, double jump, gliding, object manipulation, but doesn't throw any tough puzzles or hidden secrets your way. The game focuses on atmosphere, beautiful hand-drawn visuals, responsive leaf animations, and blooming meadows. Planet of Lana is an atmospheric puzzle platformer about a girl named Lana and her companion, who set off to save her family and restore balance on a dying but beautiful planet. The game blends light puzzles with precise platforming. You switch between Lana and her companion to solve challenges, avoid traps, and disable patrol drones using each character's unique abilities. The project's biggest strength lies in its stunning hand-painted art style and emotional soundtrack. Every location feels like a living painting, while the music highlights the drama and tenderness of the story. The plot is simple but heartfelt. Through character interactions and world exploration, you'll experience a gentle and peaceful adventure about preserving the beauty and balance of nature. Nine Souls is a stylish 2D action platformer in the Metroidvania genre, inspired by Eastern mythology and philosophy. You play as a warrior on a quest to awaken 9 mythical beings, the Souls, who possess the power to change the fate of the world. The gameplay blends lightning-fast attacks, dodges, and a deeply developed parry system that rewards precise timing and skill. Exploration takes place across a vast interconnected world filled with hidden paths, puzzles, and secret artifacts. As you progress, your character unlocks new combat moves and abilities, letting you return to earlier areas and reach previously inaccessible places. Its unique pixel art, smooth animations, and atmospheric soundtrack create a fully immersive dive into the dark and mysterious world of Nine Souls. Greak Memories of Azur is a beautiful platformer with Metroidvania elements, where you control 3 siblings, each with their own unique ability. As you explore the branching world of Azur, you switch between Greak, a nimble archer, Adara, a powerful warrior, and Raydel, a smooth sailor, to solve puzzles, overcome obstacles, and uncover the secrets of an ancient civilization. The game captivates with its hand-drawn art and animation, making it feel like you're playing through a cartoon. Cutscenes scattered throughout only enhance that feeling. However, beneath the pretty visuals lie a few flaws. Character controls can be unresponsive at times, the combat system is a bit rough around the edges, and the game is fairly short. Still, the gameplay doesn't overstay its welcome, leaving a pleasant aftertaste from your time in the world of Azur. The Legend of Tianding is a vibrant 2D platformer set in early 20th century Taiwan. You play as the legendary Tianding, a folk hero who fights injustice and helps the poor by robbing the rich. Your goal is to dodge Japanese patrols using fast-paced kung fu moves and a variety of special weapons, from fists and throwing stars to grappling hooks for quick traversal. The gameplay is built around combos, parries, and acrobatic tricks, making every fight dynamic and deep. Each level is packed with colorful old Taipei locations. Narrow alleys, rice fields, and rooftops of bustling marketplaces set the tone for the era. Based on real events, this game will appeal not just to action fans, but also to anyone interested in Asian history and culture. Neva continues the legacy of Greak, offering an unforgettable visual journey through all 4 seasons. The game stuns with hand-drawn art, where bold brushstrokes and rich colors turn every scene into an interactive exhibit. Alba and her wolf cub Neva travel through surreal landscapes and expressionist shapes. The animation, both character and environment, is flawless, and the orchestral soundtrack enhances the feeling of an old animated film, making every moment deeply emotional and immersive. Unlike the more abstract and cryptic story of Greak, Neva's narrative is simpler, a classic tale of saving the world from consuming darkness and a coming-of-age story for the wolf cub. The gameplay combines platforming, light combat, and puzzles without unnecessary complexity. No need to grind or collect, just react quickly, mix basic moves, and call on your companion when needed. Although the interaction mechanics with the cub are still basic, the emotional bond with Neva is built through expressive animation, delivering plenty of touching moments, from silent hugs to leaping together in perfect sync. Tales of Iron 2, Whiskers of Winter continues the dark fantasy series about the war of rodents and their struggle to survive in a harsh world. This time, the story takes place in the snow-covered northern lands, where fearless Arlo, the heir of the Wasteland Wardens, sets out on a dangerous journey to destroy an ancient evil that has awoken, the Black Wings. Along the way, he'll hunt giant monsters, unite scattered rat clans, and rebuild his settlement's strength after brutal winters. The gameplay blends fast-paced combat action with tactical RPG elements. Level up Arlo, upgrade armor and weapons, and build and defend your stronghold against enemy raids. Boss fights are especially noteworthy, epic encounters where every strike demands precise timing and knowledge of the monster's weak points. Blasphemous 2 is the sequel to the Gothic Metroidvania platformer, once again putting you in the role of the penitent one as you explore a horrifying world steeped in religious delirium and bloody rituals. The game retains its signature pixel art but expands its scope. Now the areas are more open, full of hidden pathways, branching undergrounds, and creepy cathedrals. The grim atmosphere is reinforced by dark architecture and details, from ornate stone carvings to prayer-scrawled tapestries swaying in the wind. Gameplay sees significant improvements. The combat system feels smoother and deeper thanks to new weapons, from chain sickles to bloodstained cleavers, and additional moves for chaining attacks. Blasphemous 2 introduces unique, sacrificial mechanics, macabre rituals that grant powerful but risky buffs, and new traversal abilities, like a demonic dash and distracting shadow phantoms. Bosses are no longer just resilient tarantulas and mad bishops, but true tests of skill. Their attacks combine complex patterns and tight timing windows for counterattacks. All of this makes the sequel not only larger in scale, but also much more demanding of player skill. Mandragora, Whispers of the Witch Tree, is a dark action RPG set in a post-apocalyptic world where humanity shelters behind old city walls, fighting off waves of monsters. You play as a nameless hero who ventures beyond the safety barriers at night to uncover the source of this darkness, the mysterious Witch Tree. Along your journey, you'll engage in dynamic combat against diverse creatures, explore eerie forests, treacherous swamps, and scorching deserts, and collect rare gear. A flexible progression system lets you switch classes and active skills on the fly, from brutal melee attacks to magical spells, offering freedom for different playstyles. After finishing the main story, a new Game Plus mode unlocks, retaining all your abilities and items but raising the difficulty to challenge you again. Mandragora blends survival atmosphere, ancient magic mysteries, and intense battles into a cohesive and thrilling experience. Trine 5, A Clockwork Conspiracy, brings us back to the beloved fairy tale world where three heroes, the wizard Amadeus, the thief Zoya, and the knight Pontius, join forces to foil a sinister plot of mechanical creations. The game preserves its trademark mix of platforming puzzles and acrobatic combat, while expanding each character's skill set. Amadeus now wields new object manipulation spells, Zoya gains extra climbing and stealth maneuvers, and Pontius unlocks fresh melee and defensive techniques. These enhancements deepen the level designs, offering multiple ways to solve challenges. Three-player co-op remains at the heart of the series. Every puzzle and enemy encounter can only be overcome through coordinated teamwork and smart skill combinations. New mechanics like lever systems, gear-driven contraptions, and steam machines breathe fresh life into familiar stages, while a variety of boss fights and visual settings, from blooming gardens to industrial factories, make the Clockwork conspiracy journey engaging and unpredictable. Trine 5 is perfect for those who love enchanting fairy tale atmospheres, dynamic puzzles, and cooperative gameplay. F.I.S.T, Forged in Shadow Torch, is an atmospheric 2D action platformer set in a dieselpunk world where intelligent animals fight for freedom. You take on the role of Rayton, a former rabbit soldier whose friend has been kidnapped by the Machine Legion, which now controls the megacity Torch City. Armed with a massive mechanical fist, Rayton crushes steel enemy squads as he explores richly detailed levels, from industrial complexes and slums to abandoned factories and underground tunnels. The gameplay blends dynamic combat with Metroidvania elements. You learn new fist techniques, unlock boosts for speed and punch power, and gain abilities to access previously unreachable areas. Bosses demand precise timing and combo mastery, and the variety of weapons and upgrades lets you tailor your fighting style. Detailed pixel art and cinematic animations ensure every fist strike and bullet plunges you into the dark but vibrant world of Torch City. Little Nightmares 2 is a chilling puzzle platformer in which two characters, a boy named Mono and the girl in the yellow raincoat, 6, must survive nightmarish locales in the Signal Tower, filled with warped spaces and sinister inhabitants. The cooperative mode adds depth. Many puzzles and obstacles are designed so only two players working in sync can overcome them, relying on mutual help and timing. New enemies in Little Nightmares 2 are far more aggressive, and now you can fight back, using found objects as weapons or distractions instead of just running away. The atmosphere remains oppressive and tense. Footsteps, clanking machinery, and muffled voices keep you on edge. Updated light and shadow mechanics and unexpected plot twists make this sequel just as terrifying but even more interactive as a survival experience. Far-changing tides. You captain a unique houseboat ship equipped with sails, engines, and auxiliary mechanisms. Exploring the sunken ruins of a once mighty civilization, you must manage resources, fuel, water, and scrap to move forward and uncover new corners of the world. Core gameplay revolves around solving engineering puzzles on your vessel and its surroundings, adjusting sails and pulleys, repairing engines, and hauling cargo from the seabed. There are no weapons, only you, your sails, old-world technology, and ingenuity. Atmospheric pixel art graphics, a vast dynamic ocean, and shifting weather conditions heighten the sense of a solitary voyage into the unknown, making Changing Tides a meditative journey beyond the past world. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown returns the series to its roots with a classic side-scrolling Metroidvania experience. You play as Sargon, a young adventurer who finds himself in a mysterious realm of the Persian Empire, tasked with exploring expansive areas, backtracking to previously visited zones, and uncovering hidden pathways. The game abounds with traps, puzzles, and secrets. Generous collectible placements and side quests reward curious explorers. The combat system blends acrobatics and expert swordplay, while the hero's unique time manipulation powers add a distinctive twist. Slow down time, speed it up, or even rewind events to fix mistakes and chain stylish combos. These abilities aren't just for battle, they're also key to solving spatial temporal puzzles, making The Lost Crown a fresh and engaging continuation of the legendary franchise. Spiritfarer: Farewell is a touching adventure about guiding souls to the afterlife, where you help charming characters accept their fate and sail onward. Gameplay blends ship management, building, and crafting with a variety of minigames, from fishing to gathering resources and cooking meals. As you explore colorful islands, you learn each companion's story, fulfill their final requests, and deepen your bond before saying goodbye forever. The game places special emphasis on the theme of farewell. Its emotional script, imbued with kindness and gentle sorrow, pairs perfectly with a cozy art style and soothing soundtrack. Local co-op lets you share that final journey with a friend, experiencing moments of pity, laughter, and relief together. So each spirit departs not just the game, but your heart. Trek to Yomi is an atmospheric action-adventure rendered in the black and white style of classic samurai cinema. You play Hiroki, a young swordsman who has vowed to protect his town from dark forces. When an evil lord kills your master and unleashes hordes of eerie warriors, you embark on an odyssey between life and death to exact revenge and restore peace. Swordplay is intuitive, attack, block, and parry, but every clash feels like an intense duel. The game's greatest strength is its visual language. Frame by frame, it evokes classic film staging, with each level feeling like a meticulously composed shot. Traveling through abandoned shrines, misty villages, and blood-soaked fields, minimal HUD elements, the crisp sound of steel, and haunting camera angles make Trek to Yomi a brief but unforgettable samurai experience. The Last Faith is a dark Gothic Metroidvania inspired by Bloodborne. You play Eric, a man suffering from amnesia and desperate for a cure to his mysterious ailment. Exploring cursed city streets and abandoned temples, you battle horrifying monsters, each encounter testing your endurance and skill. Combat is fast and hardcore, with a varied arsenal, blades, firearms, and blood-draining puddles, and a flexible magic system where runes unlock powerful spells. As you gain new abilities, Eric can backtrack to previous areas, uncover secrets, and upgrade his gear. The Last Faith promises an atmosphere of terror, deep exploration mechanics, and a challenge worthy of true monster hunters. Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days shifts the series into a side-scrolling format where you lead a group of survivors through war-torn 1980s Texas in the grip of a zombie apocalypse. Intense waves of undead demand lightning-fast reactions and strategic use of scavenged resources. Collect debris, buy and craft weapons, from improvised traps to firearms, to forge a path to safety. Caring for your group is just as crucial. Monitor food, medicine, and fuel supplies to keep morale and stamina high. Team spirit plummets if you linger too long or lose members, so every choice, detouring through dangerous sewers or racing straight across the city center, can mean life or death. Our Darkest Days blends dynamic action with survival management, creating an atmosphere of desperation where your goal is to lead everyone out of Walton alive. New 2D and 2.5D games prove the genre is alive and evolving, delighting players not just with nostalgia, but with fresh ideas, clever mechanics, and stunning visuals. The Image Game Channel was with you. Have a nice day.